Hello everyone and welcome to North Shore Baseball League on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Seaside Park as the Marblehead Seasiders take on the North Shore Phillies. It's the second meeting of the season between these two teams. They played just a few weeks ago, back on July 14th. 9-3 win at Twy Field for the Phillies. That was the 13th loss of the season for the Seasiders. At that time they were 3-13, but they are 3-1 since that game. They're 6-14, and the Phillies are 10-8 on the season. Pitching for the Seasiders today is James Guigino. He'll be throwing to Ryan Gallagher behind the dish. The Phillies will start it off with a player with the last name of Devin, and then Matos and Turin. No first names for the Phillies this afternoon. Number 6 steps into the box for the Phillies. They'll start it off with a lefty going against the big right-handed pitcher, Guigino, who throws from the stretch basically 100% of the time. The first pitch on a beautiful afternoon from Seaside Park is popped up just off the diamond into foul territory, and Guigino goes a long way, cuts in between the catcher and third baseman to make the out. One pitch, one out. Devin is retired, and that'll bring Matos to the plate. Good-looking pitch there to begin the at-bat against Matos, who's playing second base for the Phillies this afternoon. Very light breeze blowing out to center, just making the flag move barely. A pristine day for baseball. Count is 1-1. Breaking ball cuts over the plate for strike 2. Good control on the early breaking ball from Guigino. We covered one other game this summer so far, and Guigino had trouble in the opening innings with his control. Walked a bunch of guys, but was able to get out of a lot of those jams. That one comes too far inside on Matos, and that'll even the count at 2. Low pitch, full count. That previous game we covered was against the Night Owls about a month ago, and Guigino walked the first batter and the third batter of the game. A couple errors didn't help him out in the first inning. Night Owls scored 2 runs in the first, and there is a walk issued to Matos on this. In the second at-bat, that'll bring up Turin, the third baseman for the Phillies. But Guigino was ahead in that count and ended up walking Matos. Turin goes after the first pitch he sees, like the leadoff hitter Devin did. He fouls it out of play. Phillies go left, right, left to start the batting order. That's off the plate outside. 1-1. also popped up out of play and foul. 2 strikes on the Phillies' third baseman. It's above the letters for a ball. Back to an even count, 2-2. Matos with a short lead, casual off of first. He'll get back. Gugino walked 4 batters and struck out 2 through the first 2 innings of that last game what we had covered versus the Night Owls. Looking for better control here in the opening innings of this one. That was a good pitch to Turin, but Turin again fighting it off. And he strikes him out. Big cut from Turin. It comes up empty. 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, second player in the lineup within the first 4 hitters with the last name of Devon. Assume the 2 are brothers, the leadoff man and the cleanup hitter. Both lefties. Another big swing there for strike 1. That's just off the tip of the bat to the backstop, strike 2. Gugino has a pitch to waste here, but I'd like to see him just come back and attack. Try to get the strikeout on 3 pitches and end the inning. Let's see if he tries to get him to chase. He doesn't. Throws it right over the heart of the plate. It's fouled off. And Trey Blackmer can't get there in left. Gugino delivers outside. Gallagher pops up quick, looking down to first base, no throw. Gugino keeping an eye on Matos, has only thrown over once. Matos doesn't look like he's going to run. This is into right field, hit pretty well. And a diving catch to end the inning. Great play out there in right by Tyler Wilson. Just 1 walk allowed, and the Seasiders will come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Seasiders today is a familiar name here in Marblehead, Brady Lavender. Graduated from high school just a couple years ago. Was a captain for the Magicians in his senior season. Let's see if he can get the Seasiders started off on the right foot here as he digs in to face Finnegan, is the last name of the pitcher. First pitch is inside on Brady. That is lined into left field. Hard hit out. That actually was not Brady Lavender. That was Trey Blackmer. I was told they were going to switch spots in the batting order before the game, but no, that is him. They just don't. Okay, they didn't. The numbers were listed wrong. That was Brady. So I had the right order, but the numbers were incorrect. This is Gallagher. 2-1 on Gallagher as he fouls that off. Three and one. Finnegan kind of fell off the mound on that pitch. Five-pitch walk. Gallagher's aboard. Both pitchers walking the second batter of the first inning. Matos for the Phillies never made it off first base. Let's see where Gallagher ends up. Brings up Brian Haddon, the Seasiders shortstop today. It's just above the Seasiders letters on his jersey for ball one. Finnegan wanted it. You can see the expression on his face. Ball two. 3-0, not close. Comes back with a strike, hadn't taken the entire way. Gallagher with an aggressive stance, leading off of first base. That one's over the plate and fouled off. Full count now on Haddon. Good work by Finnegan to get back into the at-bat. As strike three, got him looking. Maybe the best pitch of the at-bat. And Haddon left it on his shoulders. 2 outs. Tyler Wilson to the plate. 3 straight lefties. Hitting 2-3-4 today for the Seasiders. Big swing and a miss from Wilson. Trying to do damage with that one. This is grounded towards second. And that ends the inning. Clean play over there on the left side. Both teams strand a runner at first base in the first. We'll be back with the second inning. The 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Phillies here in the top of the second inning. This is Rizzino. He's the shortstop. Go ahead and take a look at the Seasiders defense, or talk about the Seasiders defense alignment today. Gallagher behind the plate, which we mentioned. It's Ryan Gallagher, and then at third is Ian Gallagher. Shortstop Brian Haddon. Second base, Enrique Quinones. First base, we don't have a name for number 12 over there. We'll try to figure it out as the game goes along. It's a late addition to the lineup today. And from left to right, Blackmer, Lavender, and Wilson. So breaking ball stayed too high. That's low and away. And ball 4. Second walk of the game from Guagino. Walked Matos in the first. That brings up Dow. He's in center field. He chops that one foul. That's low. Guagino struggling with his control here to begin the second. Way ahead of that one, also onto the basketball courts. Fastball low. Time called. Guagino wants a new baseball. Full count. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, hard ground ball. Chases the first baseman off of first. Foot race back to the bag, and he got him. He looked around for help. No one was covering, and he ended up beating out Dow down the line. About a half a step ahead of him. Really nice play, athletic play by the first baseman. But Quinones or Guagino got to get over there and cover. Guagino was charging the ball as well. This is their DH, last name of Lewis. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Lets the second one go by, just low in the zone. Ball one. One apiece. That's high, so 2-1 on Lewis, with Rosino on second base now, moving over on the ground ball. It's another reason why the play was so close at first, because the first baseman was looking for a potential double play as well. That's a poor-looking swing from Lewis. 2-2. Guagino should be able to ring him up. Those two swings have not looked good. That rides in on him, almost hit him. One out. Runner in scoring position for the Phillies. Scoreless game, top of the second. Guagino steps off. Fires off the plate for ball four. And Lewis fills the empty spot at first base. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for Guagino. And this one starting out a lot like the last game we covered. He walked 4 through the first 2 innings in that one. He's getting close here today. This will bring up Ben Brungart. It's the only first name I have for the Phillies. He's the catcher, and he looks at ball 1. That falls in there for a strike. Much needed strike. Hard ground ball to short. Potential 2. They got 1, and they get 2. And that ends the inning. Great looking 6-4-3 double play. Gets Guigino out of the jam he put himself in with the 2 walks in the inning. The Seasiders coming up. We're back for the bottom of the second inning. We found out who's playing first base for the Seasiders today. It's Ben Shea. It's good timing because he'll hit third here in the second. Excuse me, fourth. It'll be Blackmer to lead it off, then Quinones, Gallagher, and Shea, if anybody reaches. All right, we're ready to go here in the second with the captain of the Seasiders, Trey Blackmer. And he takes a strike to begin his at-bat. The defense for the Phillies today, Brunghart is behind the plate. Outfield, Arroyo, Dow, and Devon. Infield, Turin, Rosino, Matos, and Devon. And this is a base hit into left. At least 1, potential 2. And Blackmer, using his speed, gets to second base. The ball rolled slowly in front of Arroyo, but he showed little effort to get to it and pick it up. And the captain showing exactly why he is a captain with that extra effort, setting the tone for the team here in the second. You don't want to hustle out there in left field. Trey will make you pay. He's got great speed. This is Quinones. He's going to look to drive him in. He rips that one towards third and hit the third base coach. So strike on Quinones, the second baseman today. That one's by his eyes for ball 1. This is into left. Let's see what kind of effort Arroyo gives here. And he's coming in on the ball, but it goes over the shortstop's head. That was Rosino. Falls trying to make the play, almost had it, but couldn't. First and third for the Seasiders. So that one drops in. Back-to-back hits. Those are the first 2 hits of the afternoon for either side. And good start here to the second with no outs. That'll bring Gallagher. Gallagher's a big guy, a lot of power. Strike picking up the outside part of the plate. Let's see if Quinones tries to move up to second. He takes off here. He decides to throw down. It's a late throw. And Quinones steals the bag. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Gallagher and the Seasiders. I thought Blackmer might try to go home if they did throw down, but he stays put. The pitch was a strike. That one's way inside, and Gallagher just gets out of the way. Might have been behind him if he stayed put. Or would have got him right between the numbers in the back. He'll see another pitch here. It's over the plate, over the inside. He swings and misses for strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Finnegan. A much needed out. But the Seasiders base runner is not positioned for any sort of routine double play with first base open. That brings Ben Shea up. He looks at ball 1. That catches the black for a strike. That is lifted sky high into left field. Arroyo moving over just at the base of the hill. He drops it. Blackmer's going to score. And it's second and third again for the Seasiders, who now lead it 1-0 on the error out there by Arroyo. It was up in the clouds, but he should still been able to make the play. A tough inning here for the left fielder from the Phillies. This is James Guigino, the pitcher. Going to do some hitting today. Fouls off the first pitch. Looking to help himself out by potentially driving in a couple more runs here. He'll head to the mound with at least a 1-0 lead. That's right around the wrists for a ball. Guigino puts it in the air to left. Another chance for Arroyo. That's going to fall in front of him. That's going to score another run for the Seasiders. They're going to throw it into second, try to get Guigino as he moves up, and they do. He hesitated at first. And instead of first and third, and what probably should have been second and third, there's 2 outs. Shea is on third base. Quinones scored on it. And just keep hitting it out to left field if you are the Seasiders. It doesn't look like he has any interest in playing today. It's 2-0. With a runner on third and 2 outs, back to the top of the order for Lavender. This is popped up. Should be Finnegan's just off the mound. And that's how you catch the ball in the air. Left fielder Arroyo, take notes. 2-0, Seasiders after 2. Seasiders lead at 2-0 as we play on into the third inning here. And a lot of that lead is because of this guy right here that's hitting now. He's playing out in left field. An error and some poor effort. Let's see if he has better mentality at the plate. Strike 1 from Guigino. A ball and a strike now. That paints the black. Strike 2. Low and away, 2-2. Guigino with 1 strikeout and 3 walks through the first 2 innings, but has not allowed a hit. Strike 3. Good way to start off the third. Back to the top of the order for Devin, the right fielder. Very similar start. Once again, repeating myself, to the start we saw from Guagino against the Night Owls. A little bit erratic, handful of walks. This is down the line to first. 2 outs. Devin has now seen only 2 pitches from Guagino and has been retired twice. Back to the previous thought, couple walks, couple strikeouts, but the opposing team having trouble hitting Guagino. A lot of the damage is self-inflicted. He seems to have better control of his off-speed stuff today. That one slices over the inside part of the plate. Pitch Matos has to swing at. It's a strike, even though it's in on his body. Comes back, plays the outside part of the plate there. Strike 2. And Guagino looking for a very fast third inning. A strike away. Too high. They're going to check down, and he went, says the first base umpire. Thought it was a strike anyway. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Now we've got 3 of those to go with the 3 walks. He's still throwing a no-hitter. It'll be Ryan Gallagher to start the 3rd inning for the Seasiders. He walked his first at-bat. He'll be followed by Brian Haddon and Tyler Wilson. This is the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Ball 1 to Gallagher. Pretty sure he walked on 4 pitches, no, 5 pitches actually in the first at-bat, so he has not seen many strikes from Finnegan. Sees one there, holds off. That one close. But Finnegan doesn't get the call. 2-1. Oh, maybe a makeup call there. The Seasiders bench didn't like it. Gallagher shook his head. It looked low and inside. Two and two. That's a ball that bounces before the plate. Count full on Gallagher. Ball 4. Two walks in the game for Ryan Gallagher. One of the Phillies infielders barking down at the home plate umpire that was in the same spot as the previous strike. But think that previous strike was a gimme. No, not going to get it twice. And Gallagher again looking aggressive on first base, as he did in the first inning. Brian Haddon takes the first pitch he sees. Swinging away at the second, off the backstop. Haddon struck out in his first chance. And behind in the count here, 1-2. Above the zone and inside. That one's low. And that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start the third inning from Finnegan. It's now 3 walks in the game. What? Wait. What just happened? Oh, okay. So that wasn't ball 4, that was ball 3? Okay. I thought it was a walk, too. All right, so 3-2 here. And strike 3. That's unfortunate there for Haddon. Instead of finding himself on first, heads back to the dugout. The second strikeout today. That means that the first pitch of the at-bat was a strike, but don't remember the umpire making any sort of signal. It's popped up and behind the backstop by Tyler Wilson. Grounded to second in his first plate appearance to end the first inning. That pitch a little low and away. Yes, there is 1 out in the inning. That strikeout. There's been 2 at-bats here in the third. The walk and the strikeout. Finnegan's throwing a lot of pitches, taking a lot of time in between pitches as well. Delivers home off the end of the bat. Foul. 2 strikes on Wilson. Count is 2-2. Like Finnegan fell off the mound on that one as well. Strike 3. Wilson doesn't like it. Thought it was high. Looked a bit. Now it's back-to-back Ks for Finnegan. He has 4 in the game. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Looks a lot better than the 3 and 3 he was going to have, or 2 and 4 he was going to have. Trey Blackmer, been playing for the Seasiders for 9 years, one of the original members. Got the second inning started with a double and scored the first run of the game. Takes a low ball there. Brunghart didn't know where it was out in front of him. Teammates didn't really help him out much. And Gallagher moves up to second. 2 balls and a strike to Blackmer. Hitters count. Chance to extend the lead now with a runner in scoring position. Puts a ride into this one. In between left and center. Arroyo drops it again. Another error out in left field. Center fielder was there as well, but the left fielder must have called it, dropped it, and a run scores for the second time on an error by the left fielder. Excuse me, the right fielder. No, left fielder. Oh my. Got guys wearing different numbers all over the place. That was not Arroyo. That was Devin now out there in left field. So they switched prior to the inning. He'll have another chance at this one, potentially. This time it's the center fielder who makes the play on a really hard hit ball by Quinones. Confusion on the scorecard, confusion out there in left field. We'll try to figure it out before the Phillies get out there again in the fourth, but another run scores for the Seasiders, and they lead it 3-0. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 for the Phillies. Turin, Devin, Rosino. This is Turin. He struck out in the first inning. It's popped up. Gallagher trying to track it down. Can't get there. Ball and a strike on Turin. James Guigino was an all-star last year. This is now his 5th season with the Seasiders. Probably going to be an all-star again. Bit of a delay here. Ready to go. The 1-1. High in the air to right. Sure-handed play by Wilson. 1 down in the 4th. This brings up the first baseman. Strike 1 on K. Devin. One and one. Third inning was a 1-2-3 inning for Guigino with 2 strikeouts. Love to repeat that here in the 4th. That's ripped, and by the second baseman. Tough play for Quinones. Ate him up right as it got to his feet. It's the first hit of the afternoon for the Phillies. It's their 4th base runner. The first 3 all walks. Brings up Rosino, the shortstop. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Seasiders have already turned one double play today. Have a chance for another here. Gugino with a quick check over. Good looking pitch from Gugino. Breaking ball, took something off of it. Rosino chased, 2 strikes on him. Just popped up. Gallagher's going to have a chance this one. He overran it. Rosino survives to see another pitch. Rosino walked his first at-bat. Behind 0-2 here. Strike 3. 4th strikeout for Gugino. 2 down in the inning. That brings up the center fielder, Dow. That paints the corner for a strike. That's ball 2. That'll get to the backstop, and that'll move Devin up to second. Three 0 lead for the Seasiders. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Seasiders playing their best baseball of the season. They've won 3 in a row. Lost 9-3 to these guys a couple weeks ago. Looking to avenge that here today on their home field with the early lead. It's another curveball that drops in there for Gugino. He's had really good control of that pitch today. 2 strikes on Dow. Slow ground ball, charging hard is a shortstop, and it pops up on him late off his body. A fumble by Haddon, so runners on the corners for the Phillies. Ball was not hit hard. He would have had to make a really strong and accurate throw over to first to get Dow. Brings up the DH, Lewis. Looks at strike 1. He walked in his first at bat, but he had some ugly swings at the beginning of it. And then Gugino lost him. That's inside. Gugino hasn't walked anybody since he walked Lewis. As you can see, Lewis's first step is not towards the pitcher. It is almost out of the batter's box towards third base. He's going to have trouble reaching anything outside with his body going that direction. He just got a piece of that one. 1-2 here. Strike 3. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Guagino. Seems to be settling in. The Phillies pick up their first hit, but it's 5 Ks total now for Guagino. Ian Gallagher will bat to begin the bottom of the 4th inning for the Seasiders. They have a 3-0 lead. Gallagher with a huge cut at the first pitch. Just brings a big breeze with it. He struck out his first time up. He's behind here in the count 0-2. Gallagher does some pitching for the Seasiders at times. 3 pitches, 3 swinging strikes, and Gallagher heads back to the bench. He struck out twice today now. That brings up Ben Shea. His first at bat, he hit it a long way into left field, and it was dropped by the left fielder, which allowed Trey Blackmer to score the first run of the game. This time he grounds it to short on the first pitch. Good scoop over there by the first baseman. That retires Shea quickly. 2 down on just a handful of pitches. That'll bring up Guagino. Guagino singled in a run after Shea's fly ball was not caught in the second inning. Seasiders scored back-to-back runs. They picked up their 3rd run in the 3rd inning. Batting with 2 outs in the 4th. 2 balls and a strike on Guagino. Line drive, foul ball. Oh, Finnegan was heading back to the bench. He thought he had strike 3 there. Looked like a good pitch. It was a check swing from Guagino. A ball called by the umpire. Not going to get it twice. That's strike 3. Gets Guagino looking. 6th strikeout of the game for Finnegan. We're through 4. Seasiders lead at 3-0. And we'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of North Shore Baseball League on MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be right back. 3-0 lead for the Seasiders, top of the 5th inning. Ben Brungart, the catcher for the Phillies, steps in. He fouls off the first pitch. He's hitting in the 8th slot, so 8-9-1 for the Phils. Brunghart grounded into a double play to end the 2nd inning, and is only at bat today. Swings and misses at that one, and is behind 0-2. The Phillies only have 1 hit off of James Guigino this afternoon. But because he's walked a few, they've left 5 runners on base. That ball cut hard back inside, but maybe a touch high. That one a little low. All of a sudden, an even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3, drops the curveball in there. Six strikeout for Guigino. 6 for both pitchers this afternoon. This brings up Arroyo. Pitch in the dirt. That's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on the number 9 hitter. Big golf swing from Arroyo, comes up empty. Full count. My mistake. Now it's a full count. Arroyo hangs in there, fouls it off. Hit hard into left, but foul. The 3-2 from Guigino. Swing and a miss. That is 3 straight strikeouts for Guigino going back to the 4th inning. And 4 of the last 5 hitters he has struck out. Second time Arroyo's gone down by way of the K today. And back to the top of the order for the Phillies. This is Devin, the last name Devin, 2 of them, S. Devin and K. Devin. And this is the player who's had so much trouble out in left field today. I blamed Arroyo for a lot of it in the first innings, but I was mistaken. Arroyo's been in right field the entire game. Devin has been in left field and has committed multiple errors and has kind of played A bit of lackluster defense out there today. 0 for 2 from the plate. He was retired on the first pitch of both of his previous 2 at-bats. Settling into a longer at-bat here. But Guagino looking to strike out the side. Bounces that one in.
Is this the Seasiders? Do you know the score? Seasiders?
Full count. That's ball 4. Well, took a minute, but Devin heads down to first base, reluctant to take his walk. First walk since the second inning for Guagino. That brings up Matos, who did walk in his first at-bat, and then Guagino struck him out his next time up. Pops this one up and foul. Same result on the next pitch. Fouled back by Matos. He's down in the count 0-2. Guagino still with an opportunity to strike out the side here. Got Brunghart looking, Arroyo swinging. Here's the 0-2 to Matos. Strike 3. Guagino finding his form here. Top of the order for the Seasiders. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Lavender, Gallagher, Haddon. And Brady pops up the first pitch. Is retired by the second baseman. Matos under it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Lavender 0 for 3. Gallagher has walked twice. He's also scored. Scored the 3rd run. Came in the 3rd inning. Swings through the first pitch. One and one. First base umpire says Gallagher went. So ball and 2 strikes. Only 4 hits combined between the 2 teams today. 3 for the Seasiders, just 1 for the Phillies. A double by Blackmer. The only extra base hit. And a few errors, costly ones, by the Phillies in the outfield. One of the main reasons the Seasiders have the lead. It was a breaking ball that never had a chance. Finnegan comes back with a fastball, and he had 2 strikes on Gallagher and ends up walking him for the 3rd time today. All 3 walks issued by Finnegan have been to Gallagher. Hadden thought he walked in his last at-bat, but there were only 3 balls when he thought there were 4. He got back in the batter's box and struck out. Struck out twice today. That catches a part of the plate. That's a ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. One out. Gallagher on first. Hadden stays alive. Strike 3 called. Hadden down looking. 3rd time. He has struck out today. Seventh strikeout of the afternoon for Finnegan. The 2nd looking. Got Guagino with the bat on his shoulders to end the 4th. This is lifted into left. That's trouble. That drops. There's nobody at third base. Now Finnegan heads over there. And that will keep Gallagher at 2nd. He wanted 3rd. Took a big turn around 2nd because he realized no one was there as the little looper chased the 3rd baseman and shortstop into left field. A really good placement on that hit by Wilson. His first hit of the day. That brings up Blackmer. Doesn't matter if Trey hits 1st or 5th like he does today. It's extremely dangerous. Batting here with 2 outs and 2 on. Looking to extend the Seasiders' lead. Trey has doubled and scored in the 2nd. And put a real ride into one in the 3rd. In between the left fielder and center fielder, and the left fielder dropped it. And that scored Gallagher. So Blackmer's had a very efficient day. Mound meeting for the Phillies is over. Gallagher on 2nd, Wilson on 1st, and Blackmer at the plate. The 9-year Seasider veteran, captain, assistant manager. Trying to bust this one open a bit. Swings the first pitch, and it's by the 3rd baseman and by the shortstop. That will load the bases as Gallagher stops at 3rd. third baseman, Turin, didn't get in front of it, tried to scoop it on the side of his body. You could kind of see that it was going to get past him. And Quinones up in a big spot here with 2 outs and the bases juiced. The ex-Marblehead magician. Takes that ball inside. Good block by Brunghart, but it looks like it stung him a bit. Finnegan charging to cover. Caught Brunghart in a tough spot. This is Quinones' 5th year as a Seasider after graduating from Marblehead. Still calls Seaside Park home. Just wears a different jersey now. Puts this one towards second base. It's going to stay in the infield. Easy play for Ramos. And the Seasiders leave them loaded. They get nothing to show for it. And after 5, they lead it 3-0. James Guigino for the Seasiders has allowed just 1 hit through 5 innings. And gets a big swing and miss by Turin on the first pitch of the 6th. Turin has struck out and flied out to right. Probably put the best barrel on the ball for the Phillies today with that fly out to right. Grounds this one to first off of Shea's foot, and he's still able to pick it up and make the play. Great cover by Guigino, hustling over there. And Turin is retired. Guigino has gotten stronger as the game has gone along. Started out with 3 walks and just 1 strikeout through the first 2 innings, and has 1 walk and 7 strikeouts through innings 3, 4, and 5. This is the Phillies' first baseman. He has flown out to left, and he has the only hit off Guigino, a single in the 4th. He scampered up to second base on a passed ball, but that is as far as he got. This is fouled off just at the base of the backstop. Another strikeout from Guigino. That is the 9th of the afternoon. 2 down in the 6th. Brings up Rosino. Partial swing from Rosino. Pulled back. Strike called He struck out in the fourth and walked in the second. Swings and misses there, quickly behind 0-2. Guagino going for double-digit strikeouts right here. That's over the backstop, foul. Oh, that was close. Just a little low. Two balls, two strikes. Just off the tip of the bat. Guagino fires low. That should push the count full. Hard ground ball to third. Well played. But not a great throw. Gallagher sails the throw. Played the ground ball well. Ended up having to rush the throw. It's an error on him. And the ball went way past the basketball courts and out of bounds, so Rosino ends up on second, gets to move up. Brings up Dow. That's high. And 2 outs in the inning. Guagino needs to stay composed. That one not his fault. Takes a look at second. Dow's popped up to first and reached on an error. And that hit him. Two runners on for just the second time today for the Phillies. The tie and run. Their DH coming to the plate. He's walked and struck out, but he is definitely a strikeout candidate. Probably should have struck out in his first at bat. Got to attack this guy on the outside part of the plate. As we mentioned in his previous plate appearance, that his lead foot steps way out towards the left instead of towards the pitcher. Makes it real hard for him to reach across the plate. I hope Guagino goes right at him. It's like Lewis taking all the way there. Strike one. Half effort swing there from Lewis, 0-2. He is right on top of the plate. His toe is basically touching the plate, and it doesn't matter. Guagino comes over the inside part, strikes him out right underneath his hands. 10th strikeout of the game for Guagino, and the Seasiders lead it 3-0. Ian Gallagher will lead off the 6th inning for the Seasiders. Bottom 6, they have a 3-0 lead. Strike on Gallagher. He's struck out twice swinging today. And just committed an error in the infield at the top of the 6th. Looking to redeem himself, but down in the count 0-2 against the new pitcher for the Phillies. It's Buckland. He's a lefty after Finnegan's day is over. So the Seasiders will have to adjust to seeing the ball from the left hand instead of the right. That's high and inside. That was a ball Gallagher swung at, and that sails on the third baseman. And Gallagher will just round first and head to second on the overthrow. An error on Turin. Both third basemen, Gallagher and Turin, having trouble with grounders here in the 6th. That brings up Ben Shea. Foul ball. And Brunghart's going to walk that one off too. Tough day back there for Brunghart. He's been stung a couple times. The starting pitcher for the Phillies, Finnegan, struck out 7 in his 5 innings of work. Walked 3 batters. Actually walked 1 batter 3 times. And Ryan Gallagher. Buckland delivers home. Drop third strike. And Shea is thrown out. Gallagher stays at second. That'll bring up Guagino. Has an RBI single and has struck out looking. Swing and a miss. But Guagino has been impactful at the plate with the run batted in, but even more so on the mound. Through 6 innings, it's just allowed 1 hit from the Phillies today. He's hoping to head back out for the 7th, maybe with a couple insurance runs. He has a chance to knock one in himself here. Takes a ball, tempting pitch. Still nobody covering second base, but the second check on Gallagher by Buckland. He definitely offered. Check swing, strikeout. Guagino is the second out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order for Brady Lavender, who's 0 for 3. He's put it in the air 3 times. To right, popped up to the pitcher, and popped up to second. Good swing by Lavender, but he comes up empty. For the Phillies, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the 7th, their last opportunity. A ball and a strike on Lavender. Breaking ball for a strike, 1-2. Seasiders looking to win their 4th straight game. With a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 2-2 to the Seasiders leadoff hitter. And he strikes out. Another dropped strike 3. Brunghart going to lob it down to first and throw out Lavender. So Buckland comes in and strikes out the side in the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies need 3 runs to extend the game. Brunghart, Arroyo, and Devin do up. James Guagino's days finished after 6 very, very strong innings, just allowing the 1 hit and no runs. Leaving with a 3-0 lead, leaving it up to Colin Dollywall to close the game. The left-handed Dollywall is set and ready. And first pitch almost hits Ben Brunghart. Brunghart is 0 for 2, grounded into a double play and has struck out looking. Ahead in the count here, 2-0. The Seasiders are looking for their 4th straight win, with just 3 games to go in the regular season after today's game. They've got 1 more here at Seaside tomorrow against the North Shore Storm, but that won't matter by the time this is being played. And a 4-pitch walk by Dollywall. That's going to give the Phillies some hope here. The Phillies beat the Seasiders 9-3 in the first meeting on July 14th. Seasiders looking for the season split. This is Arroyo. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that almost hit him. And that's a swinging strike. Dollywall needed that. That's a good-looking pitch right there. A strikeout. Arroyo down looking. Great-looking breaking ball from Dollywall. Started outside, dropped right over the plate. Back towards the laces of the right-handed batter's shoes. Wonderful pitch. Back to the top of the order for Devin with 1 out and a runner on first. This is in the air to right field, right along the foul line, and it will fade foul. Lucky for the Seasiders. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. That's a strike. Two strikes on Sean Devin. Above the letters. Popped up, in play. And Ben Shea makes the grab. 2 down in the 7th. Phillies down to their final out. It's the second baseman Matos, who has walked and struck out twice since then. Brunghart on first base. Dollywall fires in there. Ball 1. The Phillies have struck out 11 times today. 10 against Guagino, once against Dollywall. That bounces in there, and that'll move the runner up. Two balls, no strikes on Matos. Runner now on second base. Three-oh. Green light from Matos. Line drive caught, and the game is over. Great snag by Haddon at short. A 3-0 shutout win for the Seasiders over the Phillies. The Seasiders have now won 4 straight games. They improved to 7-14 with 3 games left in the season. The Phillies dropped to 10-9. Still above 500. right in the middle of the standings. Seasiders trying to work their way out of the basement before the playoffs. Try to get in there. But a great game and a wonderful pitching performance by James Guagino. 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. Before we go, I'd like to remind you MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you've enjoyed this production of North Shore Baseball League on MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. Once again, the final score from Seaside Park here on a beautiful afternoon. 3-0, the Seasiders win it over the North Shore Phillies. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Jess Burton. Thanks, John, for doing a great job on camera and producing the game. We'll see you soon.